All right, on to part two. In this next section, we're going to do the same process with a slight tweak. You're still going to be factoring quadratic trinomials, but the difference here is instead of having 1x squared, you're going to have a number bigger than 1. It could be 2, 3, 4, 5, any of these. So here's the only thing that changes. The first thing I'm going to do is multiply the first number by the last number. So in this case, I get 3 times negative 8 is negative 24. So I need numbers that add up to negative 2 that multiply to negative 24. Because this is negative 24, I really need the numbers to subtract to 2. So if you've done a lot of work with 24, you can use your sheet. At this point, my magic numbers are 6 and 4. Since I need them to add up to negative 2, the bigger number is going to get the negative sign. So this part will not change from what we've done. Everything else is the same except that first initial step. So I take that first term, 3x squared, the last term, minus 8, put those in those squares. Magic numbers, minus 6x, positive 4x. Okay, now I just need to think about greatest common factors. 3. 4 is not divisible by 3. They don't have a numeric common factor. They share an x to the first. 6. 8 is not divisible by 6. 6 is divisible by 3. 8 is not. 6 is divisible by 2. So is 8. So this greatest common factor is 2. I'm going to bring the negative because that's closest sign. 3 and 6 have a greatest common factor of 3. X squared and x to the first share 1x. 4. 8 is divisible by 4, so is 4. This is going to be a plus 4. So the greatest common factoring is a little more complex, not too much though. And this becomes 3x plus 4 times x minus 2. If I were to distribute that out, I would get this trinomial. So the only thing that is different is this very first step. That's it. That is it. Okay. So what I'd like for you to do, if you feel confident, like you actually, yeah, this is what you should do. Pause the video in a minute and do question 2 and question 3 on your own. And then come back and watch me go through these. Okay, the only difference is that first step. That's it. So pause the video, work through question 2 and 3. So for question 2, very first thing, this number is bigger than 1, so I'm going to do the first number times the last, negative 24. I need the numbers to multiply to negative 24, add to positive 10. Again, because this is a negative, I'm saying adding, really subtract to 10. So when I start thinking about the factors of 24, I have 4 and 6. Those are only 2 apart. They'd subtract to give me 2. 8 and 3 subtract to give me 5. 12 and 2 subtract to give me 10. I need to end up with a positive 10, so the bigger number is positive. So I have a positive 12 and a negative 2. All right, so here's our square. We have 3x squared. We have minus 8. Magic numbers 12x minus 2x. Greatest common factor, like I said, is a little more complex. 3 and 2. 2 is the smaller number. 3 is not divisible by 2, so they don't share any numeric greatest common factor. They do share an x. 12 and 8. 12 is not divisible by 8. 4. 8 is divisible by 4. 12 is divisible by 4. That is the greatest common factor. Here, 3 and 12, both divisible by 3. They share an x. Here, both numbers are divisible by 2. Bring the sign with it. So this factors into 3x minus 2 times x plus 4. All right, the last one, same idea. This is bigger than 1. So 3 times negative 14 is negative 42. Add to positive 1, multiply to negative 42. So they're really subtracting to 1. So when I start looking at my sheet, factors of 42, I see 7 and 6. They're adding to a positive, bigger number is positive. So here goes. we have 3x squared minus 14 plus 7x minus 6x. 7 and 3, they don't have a common factor other than 1. X squared and x. 6, 14 is not divisible by 6. 3 is also a factor. 14 is not divisible by 3, so 2. So this could be x minus 2. 3 and 6 are both divisible by 3. They share an x. 7 is a factor of 7 and 14. So I end up with 3x plus 7 times x minus 2. That is my factors. Those are my factors. At this point, what you need to do, you need to pause this video and you need to do your factoring quiz, your pink factoring quiz number 6. It's going to be exactly what you learned here. Pink factoring quiz number 6. So stop the video, come back and watch the third part of the lesson.